A person's greatness is determined by their thoughts. This timeless truth has been proven repeatedly by the lives of successful individuals like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. Napoleon Hill, in his famous book Think and Grow Rich, said, "What you think about, you become." But if that's true, why do so many people struggle to succeed? Do they not think about their future? Do they fail to see their own potential? Today's story will uncover the answers to these questions and teach you a powerful lesson along the way. We'll also learn some new words to enhance our English skills, so stay with us till the end. I promise, this video will be worth your time. Once, in a busy railway station, there lived a beggar. Every day, he survived by asking passengers for alms as they waited for their trains. One day, as he was begging, he noticed a well-dressed businessman stepping onto the platform. Seeing his expensive suit and confident posture, the beggar thought, "This man must be really rich. If I ask him for money, he'll surely give me a generous amount." With this hope, the beggar approached the businessman and stretched out his hand. But instead of giving him money, the businessman looked at him and asked, "Do you always just take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar was startled. He had never heard such a question before. Confused, he replied, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I survive by asking for alms. I have nothing to give to anyone." The businessman smiled slightly and said, "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you also have no right to ask for anything. I am a businessman. I believe in exchange. If you can offer me something, I can give you something in return. But if you have nothing to give, I cannot give you anything either." Saying this, the businessman boarded his train and left. The beggar stood there, stunned. He kept replaying the businessman's words in his mind. "I have been begging for so long, but no one has ever said this to me before." He wasn't rude, but he spoke the truth. If I can't offer anything in return, then why should people give me anything? For the first time, the beggar realized that maybe this was why people never gave him much money, because he offered them nothing in return. That night, he lay awake, deep in thought. "But what can I give? I am just a beggar. I have nothing." Yet the businessman's words kept echoing in his mind. "If you want to receive, you must first give." 2 days passed. The beggar didn't ask anyone for money. He was too busy thinking. On the third day, while sitting at the station, he noticed a patch of wildflowers blooming near the tracks. Their vibrant colors caught his eye, and suddenly, an idea struck him. What if, instead of just taking, I offer something in return? What if I give people a flower every time they give me alms? Determined, he walked over, gently plucked a handful of flowers, and went back to his usual spot. When someone handed him a coin, he smiled and offered them a flower in return. Surprisingly, people accepted the flowers with joy. Some even smiled and thanked him. As the days passed, something incredible happened. More people started giving him money. But he noticed a pattern. As long as he had flowers, people gave generously. When he ran out of flowers, the donations decreased. So it's true, he thought. People like to receive something in return. One day, as he was handing out flowers in exchange for alms, he spotted the businessman again, sitting in the train. Excited, he rushed over and said, "Sir, today I have something to give you. If you give me money, I will give you flowers in return." The businessman smiled, handed him some cash, and took a few flowers. "You have truly understood the value of exchange," he said. "Today, you are no longer just a beggar. You have become a businessman." The train arrived at the next station, and the businessman stepped off. The beggar stood there, watching him go. His words sparked a new thought in his mind. Am I really a businessman now? For a long time, he pondered over it. Then, suddenly, he realized something. I now know the secret of success. I am not just a beggar, I am a trader. People aren't giving me money out of pity. They are paying for the flowers I give them. This means I have a business. Excited, he made a bold decision that day. He left the railway station and never returned as a beggar again. 6 months later, at the same railway station, two well-dressed men met. They exchanged a handshake, but one of them had a curious look. "Do I know you?" one man asked. The other smiled and replied, "Yes, we've met twice before, right here on this very train." The first man frowned, trying to remember. Then his eyes widened in surprise. "Wait, you're the beggar. The one I refused to give money to, and then later, I bought flowers from you." The former beggar laughed. "Yes, that was me. But today, I am no longer a beggar. I run a successful flower business, and I'm traveling to expand it further." The businessman was astonished. "That's incredible. What changed?" The flower seller smiled. "You taught me one of life's greatest truths. We only receive when we give." That day, I realized that I was never really a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just had to see myself that way. The two men shook hands again, now as equals. Then they boarded their trains, heading towards their respective futures. Life is shaped by how we see ourselves. If you believe you are small, you will remain small. But if you recognize your inner potential, you can achieve greatness. So don't limit yourself. See yourself as strong, capable, and successful, because when your thoughts change, your future changes too. If you like this story, give it a thumbs up, comment below on what you learned, and share it to inspire others. See you in the next story.